Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode number 171. I'm Owen the Birdman Finch, and I'm here with...
El Vagabundo.
And we're actually giving a shit today because
Surprisingly.
these were two good shows.
Never happens.
Yeah. We're reviewing Raw and SmackDown from this week because we haven't done that yet, and we got to do that. So, it's the stuff you have to do. Let me get to my notes. I had it prepared, but then I had to send you the message of the SmackDown ones.
Exactly.
Because I figured usually Chris does the Raw notes, but only one person in this room can do the Raw notes, and that's me.
That's me.
No, me.
That's
because
me.
The Raw was so good, I'm the only one worthy of doing it. So let's talk about this episode of Monday Night Raw, which took place this week. It wasn't September 9th. That was a while ago. It was September 16th, 2019. Starts out with WWE.com exclusive, just telling us 5 things to look forward to when it comes
Don't
to
look
Raw.
forward to it.
And then we had the show. We had Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Renee Young on commentary. Probably, a couple more weeks that's going to be like that?
Yeah, until they go to Fox. And
yeah.
they're going to shake up the commentary team. Go back to the two-man booth.
Yep. Then we had the opening segment, which was just absolutely awesome. Seth Rollins comes out, and his promo was pretty lame. He comes out and says, that he beat Braun Strowman, and then he's just like, I don't know if you guys know this, but Braun Strowman is big. Did you know that?
No.
It was pretty.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, pretty lame promo. And now they're calling him the Monster Slayer.
It's gonna go on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's almost guaranteed.
Also, Brock Lesnar didn't get that name when he beat him, so whatever.
But then it freaking
so this promo was just boring, but then it was saved by Bray Wyatt. Firefly Funhouse segment comes up, and we see the Mr. Rogers version of Bray Wyatt on there, and he talks about how he's looking forward to that Universal Championship match. He's looking forward to being best friends with Seth Rollins.
He is.
And he says, but the Fiend feels differently. And I did like how he brought up how everybody's forgiven you about your past history, basically bringing up, everything that he's been doing lately on the internet when it came to, being the WWE moke. And he says that he's going to see him in hell, and Ramblin' Rabbit tries to warn him. I will say, though, I've been crapping a lot on Seth Rollins lately. What he did there, though, he actually made, Bray Wyatt someone that was, to be feared on this show, and also someone that was, crazy, because he was talking about how he's crazy. And he says that later on tonight, you're going to get, face-to-face with the Fiend. He said that, but he doesn't call him the Fiend. He says he's coming, but we know he's talking about the Fiend.
Hey, he wouldn't talk about himself in the first person anyway.
But I like this a lot. I like now, when he does these, as, the other version of himself, he actually is, getting more sinister now and stuff.
Before he's just innocent. And now he's just, he'll switch, between personalities.
There was, I think in this promo, it zooms in on him, and he's, getting angrier and angrier.
Yeah.
And it, will switch, trying to, show him, the Fiend and stuff like that. And we're going to talk, because they do more of these, we're going to talk about all the Firefly Funhouse all in one thing. Bray Wyatt talks about how he's looking forward to making new best friends. He hangs up all, the pictures of his past victims and has, X's on them. And then later on in the night, he puts one up of Seth Rollins, and he said, time to make a new friend. You could say the third one wasn't needed. That could have just been all one. But these are still fantastic. These are still awesome. And, I enjoy it every week.
One of them is just laughing.
Yeah.
You could just have that in the picture one when you had the picture of his friends.
Yeah, but still, I love these. The best things on WWE television week to week. So, what do you think of all these Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins?
They're fantastic. I've been for the Firefly Funhouse since day one.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
Yeah.
I should point that out. He hated it to begin with. At the very beginning, he hated it. I loved it from the start. Thought it was hysterical, and now it's just it's the best thing. It's the best character WWE's come up with, probably since the introduction of Kane.
Yeah. Even his original character. But
the original
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But they fucked that up.
Yeah.
But there's more. And we're not gonna get to that yet. But everything with Bray Wyatt, we give a thumb, 22,000 thumbs up.
They all get the ups.
There's people upstairs right now. If they saw this, they would give it a thumbs up.
Upstairs, outside.
Yep.
All around.
Then Braun Strowman gets interviewed. He's upset that he lost the Universal Championship match, so he said he's going to go and beat the crap out of anybody.
They're going to get these hands.
Yeah, that's in the win. So then we have a tag team summit between the two men's champions, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler and the Revival. They don't really get to talk that much. Braun Strowman comes out and beats the crap out of them, except for Robert Roode, because I guess he had a match later, so he couldn't take any bumps at that moment. Didn't like this. It just buries the tag team division.
Bury all the tag teams.
So I didn't like this at all.
Bury all the tag teams. It should have been Robert Roode getting his shit beat out of him, not Dolph Ziggler.
What did you think of this, though?
I mean, it was there.
Yeah.
They needed something for Braun to do for the night.
Yep.
I mean, he wasn't doing anything else.
I don't know why, though, he had to take out why couldn't he have, taken out, I don't know, find, all the jobbers up for that go after the 24/7 championship.
They couldn't do it. He had to take out the tag teams.
You know
why? Because he lost the tag team titles, so now he automatically hates tag teams.
Yep. Then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are backstage, and they're drinking coffee and talking about how they're looking forward to facing the Boss and Hug Connection in the main event of the show. I do like how they brought up, that now Sasha Banks is going to just try to go after a championship that she said she didn't care about to begin with, even though she doesn't care about it now because she lost it.
The hypocrisy.
Yep, I loved it. I like face Alexa and face Nikki.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I wish they would change her character up, get away from the.
I thought Clash of Champions. I thought that backstage interview where she sold that R-Truth was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're trying to go with her in the face direction, you didn't need to sell out your fellow babyface.
No. Then we have a 6-man tag team match: Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders versus the OC. The babyfaces get the advantage early. The heels get the heat on Eric for a long time. Eventually, Eric hits that rolling knee to the head on Carl Anderson, and then Cedric Alexander gets the hot tag, and everybody just starts hitting cool dives and stuff on each other. And then eventually AJ Styles wins with the phenomenal forearm, which confused the hell out of me. This Cedric Alexander slow burn push. Based on these past two shows, I don't think. I'm
very
not,
slow.
Yeah, I'm not getting the vibe. But then afterwards, the Viking Raiders brawl with Gallows and Anderson, and Ivar hits that flip dive on the outside and takes out everybody, which I didn't really. I mean, I liked it, but then afterwards, Cedric Alexander wants to get in on the fun, and he tries to take out AJ Styles, but AJ Styles takes him out with Styles Clash. But I didn't like any of this because I didn't really feel like anyone benefited from this segment, because even though the OC won, they didn't. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows didn't even get to stand tall with AJ at the end. It was just
by himself.
Yeah. And then this did no favors for Cedric Alexander, so didn't like this. I didn't care for any of this.
Slow burning push.
No.
For Cedric, very slow, very much so burning.
Yes.
But it just if they're gonna push him, just push him.
Yeah.
I don't understand what Paul Heyman's methodology is
Yeah.
by having him constantly lose in quick fashion almost.
An embarrassing fashion.
And then get beaten down after the match again.
Not a fan. And then this we'll cover in all as one too. The Fabulous Truth get a tour. Because they were in Knoxville and they got a tour in a college football stadium, and we see Mayor Glenn Jacobs because they were
not Kane.
Yep,
two totally different people apparently.
Because they were in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Glenn Jacobs offers to give him the special tour. R-Truth,
he's the mayor.
Was funny here because he thought at first Glenn Jacobs was Larry Bird and some other Magic
Johnson, famous basketball players, because they originally were in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, which is in Knoxville.
And
County.
then Glenn he kept thinking Glenn Jacobs was a president, which I think everyone he was the president. So
I love this.
Yeah,
I loved all of it. But the funny thing is too, I've never one time in my entire time of watching WWE had they called him Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah.
Like that's like the first time I've ever heard his like actual real name on WWE TV.
Yeah. And then when he gives him the special tour, Carmella's suspicious because she knows something's up. I guess didn't care enough to go on Truth about it.
I mean, she was halfway across the stadium while Truth was getting pinned.
But then he takes R-Truth to where the college football team plays, and we see a cop, and Glenn Jacobs introduces him, and he says, "I just patched him in or something like that, enlisted him. I don't know." But we find out R-Truth's confused about this, and he said, but Glenn Jacobs says, "I didn't enlist him as a cop." We find out he's a referee in disguise.
Oh.
And R-Truth tries to go on the run, but he hits the touchdown flag post and knocks himself out, and Glenn Jacobs covers him, and he wins the 24/7 championship. He takes off, and then he arrives on Raw in his limousine later on in the day, and R-Truth was standing on the limousine. He attacks Glenn Jacobs, blows him up, and he wins the 24/7 championship, and Glenn Jacobs gets into this inner demon type of thing. I don't know what was going on. He grabs R-Truth by the throat,
Kane.
and tries to choke slam him or something. And R-Truth tries to warn him this is the cost that comes of being the 24/7 champion. And Glenn Jacobs is you know what, you're right. I'm a mayor. I can't be doing this type of crap. Let's go enjoy the rest of the show. I quite like this. This was all fun. It was a nice way to, even though Glenn Jacobs wasn't technically done on this show.
Yeah.
It was a nice way to use.
Glenn Jacobs was done on the show.
Yeah, it was a nice way to utilize, Glenn Jacobs on the show, and it was a nice way to utilize the 24/7 championship. So, all of this was fun.
It was great. It was fantastic. It was great to see Kane again.
Yeah.
First time. It had been a while.
It's weird though. I mean, it's a flaw. Why all of a sudden now? Do they pretend when he's unmasked that he's not the same person? We've seen him.
Oh, look at Knoxville County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. Not the guy who's competed for us for the past 24 years or anything.
Yeah.
Kane. He doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's Glenn Jacobs now.
But this was quite fun.
It was fun. It was funny. It was great. R-Truth is anyway at 16 times.
16. Nope. 17 now.
17 now because he actually EC3 beat him in a live event, and they're going all over the place. They're in Hawaii. They're all over the place.
But now
and South America too, I think.
But now he's on the show. He was 16, but now he's 17. So he's
tied He's beat Ric Flair's record.
Yep.
The unofficial one, the WWE official one.
Yeah, it's just.
I think he's gonna break Ric Flair's record for most championship reigns if Charlotte doesn't get there before him.
Yep. Then I wrote this down because I thought it was funny. No Way Jose's Kit Kat commercial, and every time he tries to do something go to the bathroom to get interview, he has to potty with a Conda line.
That was so stupid.
And he's just calm down, guys, and take a chill with a Kit Kat. It's
that's the most TV time he's gotten.
Yeah.
In months.
He should go to NXT, back down to NXT.
Oh, easily. He'd be pushed he'd be like a top guy there.
Yeah.
Easily, hands down.
Then we have the King of the Ring finals match. SmackDown's Chad Gable versus Monday Night Raw's Baron Corbin.
Back over, boo. Back over one.
I quite like the match though.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, I'm not too thrilled about it now that we get it every week. Now we get King Corbin every week coming out with his fucking throne.
Chad Gable looked awesome in this match. Baron Corbin actually looked fine in this match, and
you know why? Because he's in the ring with Chad Gable. That's
and he
why.
won though. I mean, I ain't mad at it because we knew.
We knew it was gonna he had the one thing that really irritated me more than anything was the fact that Chad Gable had him in the ankle lock.
Yeah.
And then he grapevined it, which I was oh, he's gonna win. That's awesome. And then then friggin' Corbin kicked out grabbed the ropes, and I was really?
Yeah.
I'm every single time Kurt Angle locked in that grapevine, the match was over.
Yep.
But that's just the one flaw that I saw. I was he grapevined. I was oh great. I was awesome. He's gonna win. Yep. And then freaking Corbin got out of it. And I was really? You couldn't just put him in the other version of the ankle lock?
But I'm going to wait and see what happens because Baron Corbin, I think, can make this work. He's not really being forced anymore, down our throats in the main event.
No, but he still gets nuclear heat, though.
Yeah, so let's see what happens.
I mean, he could just get fucking pushed right back to the main roster, the top of the card anyway.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen.
Fucking Vince is in love with him.
Yeah. But I quite liked all of this, and probably Baron Corbin's best match ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, look who he's opposite of. The guys who he has the best matches with are the guys that like are superior to him in the ring.
Except Seth Rollins.
Well, those matches sucked anyway.
Yeah.
That match wasn't good.
And then the worst thing on the show, Maria Kanellis' gender reveal party hosted by the Street Profits.
I kind of like this. I thought it was funny.
I mean, I just don't like this because I hate how it makes Mike Kanellis look. But
he's the cuck.
Here's what happens. So we find out that it's a boy. I think she posted about it before that, but
I didn't even know it was a boy. So she could have, but I didn't see anything.
They didn't do like that whole cake thing where they cut the cake and somehow like we find out it's a boy. Nope, she just comes out and flat out says it, and everyone's like surprised about this, and then Mike Kanellis is all happy about this, and then Maria Kanellis gives away that he's not the father, even though we already knew, but gives away that the father's Ricochet. Because I thought it was weird Ricochet was there with all the geeks. Yeah. It was like, there's a reason Ricochet's here. And, Ricochet is like, nah, she's just playing you. And Mike Kanellis isn't mad at Maria Kanellis for cheating on him. He's mad at Ricochet, so he challenges him to a match. Titus O'Neil, tried to get involved, but he wasn't having any of that.
So you don't mess with a white woman.
And then, Street Profits are surprised about this. Bad utilization of the Street Profits. They need to get in the ring, start wrestling.
I think they will soon.
And then we had the match between Ricochet and Mike Kanellis. They were just in street clothes, and Mike Kanellis loses in a minute after the recoil. And then Maria Kanellis, we find out, lied, because why would Ricochet do this? Yeah, she's a heel. She said she did this to try to motivate Mike Kanellis. To see if it would get him to win.
How about say it's not Ricochet?
Yeah.
How about someone who's not talented?
Yeah.
Or if it's Bo Dallas or it's Curtis Axel.
And then we find she goes to reveal who the father is, and then Rusev returns. This I liked. Don't think he is the father. I just think he came out.
He's not.
Yeah.
It's just they're continuing the storyline even further.
And Mike Kanellis doesn't want to get his ass kicked, so he's like, I don't care if you're the father, fine. But then Rusev kicks his ass anyways and puts him in the accolade. Mike Kanellis taps out and loses, and I didn't really... The Rusev return I like, but it was just in with such shit. They could have brought Rusev back in such a better way than this. I didn't like any of this. It made everybody except... Even Maria Kanellis came off looking bad, because...
It's just okay. It was an okay thing. Yeah. But, the thing, too, is... Rusev looks like a male porn star.
Yeah.
It made me laugh hysterically.
But it's just so frustrating because Mike Kanellis should be way more talented than that. Because they're doing this because they're pissed that the Kanellis has signed a new contract and they didn't tell him that Maria was pregnant. So they're trying to send a message. I like the whole Mike Kanellis has to get the worst of this. Maria Kanellis is coming off smelling like roses here.
And Mike just gets beaten up every week. Even though we know he's the father.
Yeah, it's
They can't convince us otherwise.
Yeah.
We know he's the father.
We had two...
of both of the children.
Yeah. We had two on Instagram. Everything's all fine.
Everything's all perfectly fine.
I know you could say, well, it's Instagram, they can't say it. But no, WWE consistently tells us, check these superstars' Instagrams.
Look at these pictures from these certain...
Yeah.
Look at these bikini photos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not a fan of any of this. They could have brought back Rusev in such a better way. Maybe, I don't know, have him feud with AJ for the U.S. title instead of bringing him back. I just thought it was a waste of a Rusev return.
Yeah, it could be. I mean,
but like I said, I just hate the way.
Really
it's just so frustrating to see how Mike Kanellis is being used.
With Cedric feuding with Rusev, with Cedric feuding with AJ, the Rusev really doesn't fit into that right now. But it's just so confusing why it was him.
Yeah.
Was I surprised? Yeah. But it just... I don't know.
I didn't like any of it. I didn't care for any of it. It was probably the worst thing of the week. Actually, no, it wasn't the worst thing of the week. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair Clash Champions was the worst of it.
I know, you could tell by our Instagram video, it really worked out.
Rey Mysterio versus Cesaro. Cesaro comes out and says that if he ever sees Rey Mysterio's son Dominic again, he's going to beat the crap out of him. So this pisses off Rey Mysterio. And they had a good match. You can't really go on with a Rey Mysterio-Cesaro match. It's quite good. Rey Mysterio wins with a 619, and then he hits a like a code blue, code red, code I don't know, code I don't know, yellow, code. They change the color all the time. Code San Diego, code I don't know, code 619 for the win. And Rey Mysterio won. They're continuing that storyline. I wish Cesaro could be used better.
I wish he could be too. He came out in street clothes.
Yeah, but still, the match was good. You can't really go on with that. And it seems like they're starting a feud, but there's really no reason to have the feud because Rey Mysterio already beat him. There's no way to go
twice now.
Yeah, there's no way to go.
He beat him on SmackDown. He beat him on Raw.
Yep. So, but I thought the match was good. So, what do you think?
That was alright.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Rey Mysterio, Cesaro, two of the premier athletes in WWE right now, and of all time, pretty much with Rey Mysterio.
Then we had AOP vignette. We finally saw them again, and they reintroduced themselves pretty much. They talk about that they haven't been seen because no one's wanted to fight them pretty much because they're too powerful and too dominant. And pretty much they say they're going to come back and steamroll all over the tag team division and take whatever tag titles they want to go after. If it's Raw's. Because they're probably coming back around the draft time. They'll get drafted to one of the brands.
A few weeks.
Probably Raw. I think Raw would need them more than SmackDown. The SmackDown will have the Revival, and other tag teams. So, I like this. It's a nice way to reintroduce them, and I like it. Quite good.
Nothing wrong there. Kind of surprising to see them.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean it builds them back up to be competing for either tag title.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I mean, obviously, they'd have to have a face team beat one of the heel teams, though, for that to work. And then we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Boston Hart Connection. Match was fine. I just don't really like how they use the women's tag team champions as such plot devices.
Stupidity.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss gets taken out in the match. I think Sasha put her leg on the steps and stomped on it, so she was gone. She just got taken backstage, and Nikki Cross had to try to fight a 2-on-1 advantage, failed, and Sasha Banks made her tap to the bank statement. Don't like the fact that Nikki Cross taps out because she's supposed to be this crazy woman, and she shouldn't be tapping out.
She should be tapping out all the time.
But I mean, picture Mick Foley was tapping out every week. You'd love it.
That's right. Mick Foley should tap out
afterwards, they beat him up some. No, Becky Lynch comes out, and she tries to hold her ground with a steel chair, and Becky and Sasha get into a steel chair battle, and then Bayley comes in with the chair, and everything's all messed up. Then it looks like Becky Lynch ain't getting out of that, but she doesn't care. She's gonna fight and do whatever she can and just scratch and claw. And then Charlotte Flair comes out and saves saves Becky Lynch, and attacks Bayley, and then Becky Lynch takes out Sasha Banks. And later on in the night, Sasha Banks said, I'm challenging you to a match at Hell in a Cell, and then she's like, your move as if they're having a chess match. It's you're not really. Becky Lynch has checkmated you twice already in one night. You're it's you have to get another move in for that.
She did kind of that stupid heel thing where it's oh well, and then come on.
That wouldn't have happened. That would not happen to Adam Cole in NXT. He wouldn't have taken the shit.
She was oh well, I can go and attack you with a chair, or I could just leave the completely empty side of the ring that was there.
Yeah. Then Becky Lynch says, we are going to have a match at Hell in a Cell, but it's going to be inside Hell in a Cell. So they're trying the women's Hell in a Cell again. I think this will work better this time because they're not, going to be stupid and have Sasha try to go through a table again.
Stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I got to see it live, so, whatever. But I quite like this. Quite good way to continue that feud. And yeah, and I forgot to mention, they did make the Universal Championship match for Hell in a Cell, too, between Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. Inside Hell in a Cell, which I'm interested in that because I want to see how the Fiend will work inside Hell in a Cell.
It'd be interesting. I think they'll have a that just screams intrigue to me.
Yeah. I will say though, even though the match should be no more than 10 to 12 minutes, just the Fiend continuously overcomes Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins will get the same match he had with Finn at SummerSlam, but Seth gets obviously more offense.
Yeah.
But, And then, and I will say this: if that's not the last match on the show, no matter what, if Sasha and Becky main events over that, shutting the show off. Right after that match, I'm shutting it off.
It's gonna be a crowd killer.
Oh yeah, especially too. Can you imagine? No one's gonna care about it if the Fiend wins the
You know,
universe.
it's gonna be funny too. That's probably gonna be in the middle of the show,
What?
and then they're gonna put like a filler match on afterwards.
What?
And no one's gonna react on that match at all.
I'm gonna shut it. I'll shut it off and not watch it the next day or whatever.
It's gonna be like the 24/7 championship stuff.
Like if you're, like I know it's the woman's Hell in a Cell, but it's like, you know, if you're main event in that over the Fiend, then there's a problem. Like, it's more important things than Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah,
than,
I mean, they've already done women's Hell in a Cell
Yeah.
match. Like,
you could say, well, it's the
couple
end of a
years ago.
feud, but like, no, the Fiend's more important than
the
this
Fiend, the
stupid
Fiend's
feud.
beginning a feud.
Yeah, this is a stupid feud compared to the Fiend. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought that stuff was quite good. Let's get to terrible. Lacey Evans versus, I almost said Sarah Logan, but Dana Brooke.
Skip.
Lacey Evans won with a woman's right,
Of course you did.
and I didn't care. I shut the show off right when Lacey Evans came out.
Lacey Evans is shit.
Yeah.
Time and time again. And it's just proving it.
Oh no, she didn't win with a woman's right. She won with a sharpshooter because she's feuding with Natalia, so she
didn't
stole
do it right.
Yeah.
You gotta sit down on it, and she was like kneeling down on one knee, and I was like, okay, this. First of all, when Brett and Natalia do it, it looks painful.
Yes.
When Lacey Evans did it, it looked like she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. Number one,
No.
and number two, it looked like there was no pressure at all.
No,
her
none.
knees were practically on the mat.
Yeah.
Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke, I don't hate as much because she's trying, and then you gotta give A for effort. So
Yeah, she's trying. Where Lacey Evans is just like,
see ya.
she can't sell.
Yeah.
She can't do anything right. First of all, I don't know why people like her online. People online freaking like her for some reason.
I'm online.
not
and
good.
I'm online and I don't like her.
She's just not good in the ring. She's awful.
But don't worry, all that gets undone because Robert Roode with Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. Really good match for Robert Roode. Dolph Ziggler tried to ruin it because his presence is just trying to ruin everything for me.
Put
So
some respect on his name.
but Seth Rollins hits the buckle bomb and he hits the stomp, but then Dolph Ziggler breaks it up right afterwards. So I didn't really care for that. Don't really like matches that end in disqualification like that. Like, you know, like why couldn't like just Seth get like that third pinfall and then that happened? But whatever. And then Dolph Ziggler beats down Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins does the best he can to try to fight him off, but he fails. And the OC run out, and it's like what, it's like a 5-on-1 advantage, and you know, Dolph Ziggler hits the super kick, Gallows and Anderson hit the Magic Killer, AJ hits the Styles Clash, and they just continuously beat down Seth Rollins. Then Demon Kane comes out.
Demon Kane, not
and
Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, he attacks Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. He hits a chokeslam on Big LG Luke Gallows, hits a double chokeslam on Machine Gun Carl Anderson and the phenomenal AJ Styles. And you think Demon Kane's going to stand tall, he's going to do his pyro thing. But then lights go out, the music, we hear like the Fiend sound effects when he shows up, and then he shows up right behind Demon Kane, like the great camera shot they had of that.
He's a pervert.
He puts the mandible claw on Demon Kane, and he makes Demon Kane pass out. And then afterwards, Seth Rollins showed how inferior he was at this. The Fiend Bray Wyatt goes up to Seth Rollins. I think he said like run or something to him, and
he's a little pervert.
Yeah, the show wasn't over at this point. We forgot to mention earlier in the show, after like the Fiend's first Firefly Funhouse segment of the night, when they went to do like the intros of like the matches, we saw like the logos of like the match card were like upside down. So we didn't really know what was to come of this. But we find out the Fiend was behind it.
Yeah.
It plays the Firefly like Funhouse like theme song.
Distorted and crazy.
Yeah. I've like gone back and watched the segment. Like,
I missed it. I turned it off because they put the end of the show logo on there, and it was like, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
All right, I shut it off, and then I watched. I forget what I was watching.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. Because I fell asleep with 10 minutes left to go. That's why. For some reason, I fell asleep. I don't know why. So I watched it the next day, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I was like, there's no way that they let that Firefly Funhouse theme play all distorted for the last like couple minutes of the show.
But they did. It was pretty damn awesome. If you haven't gone back and watched this segment like, I don't know, like 1,000 times, something was wrong with you, because I've gone back and watched this. It's awesome.
It's great.
And it was just such a different way to end the show. Like, I've never seen the show end this way before.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And, they got to put the title on him now. Like I said, the iron is hot. Now they're ironing like boards on fire. And you can't ever put it out.
You could just put it out at Hell in a Cell.
Please don't put it out at Hell in a Cell.
Dump some water on it.
This guy's got to win that Universal Championship, and he's got to hold it for like 3 years.
All you gotta do, just extinguish it. Just
But
Hell in a Cell.
But I love this. What do you think of this segment? I loved it. It was
fantastic.
Yeah.
I like the utilization of Kane.
Yep.
And the beginning of the show, kind of in the middle, and then at the end.
Yep. And yeah, Demon Kane. Now some of Demon Kane's was on the Fiend Bray Wyatt now. So the Fiend Bray Wyatt's just awesome. Now let's do the letter grade for Raw. I really liked Raw. I mean, half of it's because of the Fiend Bray Wyatt, but I liked the way to utilize Kane. I liked Rey Mysterio versus Cesaro. The King of the Ring finals I liked. Like the only things I didn't really like were like the pregnancy reveal, and the 6-man. But I liked too the setup of Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks in the Hell in a Cell, and the AOP's return. But I didn't like Lacey Evans versus Dana Brooke. Who would like that?
Me.
Okay. Even though I have video evidence to say otherwise. So we're gonna do the letter grade and then the percentage of the letter grade within it. I'm giving Raw a B. Really good show, and since it's my grading system, because of the Fiend Bray Wyatt and how the show ended, I'm giving it an 85.3.
85.3.
Yeah.
Wow. I give it a B+. I give it an 89.
Okay. There you go. Now let's get to SmackDown for
yeah. Smack it down. It just happened randomly one day.
Did I not put the date on it?
Deleted it.
Oh, how they gonna know?
Because I don't like the date.
People gotta know.
September 10th, 2019.
So that's not the right date. September 17th.
Yeah, because you're off by about 7 days.
Yeah, I guess.
The commentators for the show were Who Gives a Fuck.
Well, maybe that's different.
Maybe it's Who Gives a Fuck.
Okay.
Maybe that's who it is.
Well, you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about one of those people on commentary, so unless your opinion's changed on him since then.
He's a dude.
Okay.
He's a man.
Yep.
He's a fuckbase.
Yeah.
The New Day versus the Revival and Randy Orton started the show off, which is different because they usually start off with a segment.
Yep.
It was good. It was really, really good. I forget who wins though.
The New Day wins when Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise on Dawson, I think, or Dash. I forget which one. I like the Revival Randy Orton team up. I think it's over now, though. Fortunately, probably because there's no reason to continue it since.
Yeah, since they kind of ruined it.
Yeah. I loved it because I love this because I hate breakfast for dinner. I loved it when the Revival knocked those pancakes over. That was awesome. But I even love to. They try to go for like that super RKO, but then when Randy Orton got taken out, you saw like nobody was there, so they're like waiting for Randy Orton to like hit the move, and then I guess they didn't realize he wasn't there. Like, what were they thinking? Like, was he just waiting?
He's done.
Yeah. But yeah, really good match.
The Boston Hug Connection.
Oh, you missed something. You missed something after that 6-man.
I didn't. Where is it in his notes then?
You just gotta know.
I don't know. I don't remember what happened. A lot of stuff has happened between then.
They set up the WWE title match for this October 4th.
Okay. Now I know.
Yeah, between.
I totally forgot about that.
Brock Lesnar and Kofi Kingston.
Brock came out and high-fived him.
Yep.
Now I know. Boston Hug Connection. Stupid.
I don't even remember the.
I don't even know either. That's how stupid it was. I don't even remember it. I don't know. Did they set up a match? I guess.
They did something. I don't know.
This is what I really liked. Michael Cole interviewing Eric Rowan. Now, they added the first name again.
Yeah.
Basically, just explaining his actions and what happened at Clash of Champions with Luke Harper, and being very not descriptive about why he's aligned himself again with Luke Harper.
See, I would like it, but I can speak WWE writer, and It's basically that whole AJ thing where he turned. He was like, I don't gotta give an explanation.
He
It's
doesn't
basically
have to.
this. It's basically the same thing. So
So this is betterer.
I didn't like it.
Uh, Shinsuke versus Ali next didn't happen
Just kidding.
because they just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Same way they set up the Miz feud.
They remember this feud happened. They
Hey.
remember. They remembered Ali has a victory.
They
over
remembered him.
him.
They kind of remembered him, I guess.
Matt, are they gonna forget that he even did this?
Next week,
Ali,
Miz is gonna get his rematch for the Intercontinental title. They're
and
gonna
he'll
forget
win.
about Ali again.
No, and then he'll win, and then he'll win, and then Ali will just like get nothing, and then Ali will try to get pushed again, and then he'll get nothing.
And they'll turn him heel.
But I still like the Nakamura Sami Zayn like pair up.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Kevin Owens makes his arrival into the arena to the shock of one Shane McMahon.
Yep.
Kevin Owens had a ticket, obviously. They didn't say that for some reason. Because every time someone was fired in the past, they would announce that they had a ticket, and that's the reason why they were there.
Corey Glaze
But,
wouldn't shut up, so that's why they didn't get to announce it.
But so Kevin just goes in the stands. Shane McMahon sees that. Shane's very irritated. And then an attorney for Kevin Owens comes up to Shane and hands him a envelope with it was legal shit.
Yep.
And I found this to be quite kind of funny. Shane took the legal document out and then struggled to put it back into the envelope. And they showed that all on television. It was hilarious.
I found it quite funny, even though I didn't like this segment as a whole. I'll explain why in a second. When he just sees like some of the personnel backstage, he's like, "Who let this guy in here?" Like,
who let him in here?
Yeah.
Huh? So Shane comes up for his promo, and he basically, the gist of it is he basically allows Kevin Owens to come back into the ring, and Kevin Owens just fucking rips him a new asshole basically, because he hates Shane McMahon.
yep.
And he's gonna fine him for, I forget how much money it was, a lot of money. And he basically said that he's going to fire Shane McMahon if he gets rehired, I think, or something like that.
Yes.
So basically, from what I'm getting from this is that he's basically maybe gonna get put in a position of power.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I guess.
What
yeah.
I'm gaining
If
from
he wins
this.
this match, yeah.
Yeah. That he'll be the commissioner or whatever, maybe a baby.
I was disappointed because I wanted to see him go to that NXT US premiere, so that kind of ruined that. And then I was disappointed. It just does kind of no favors for like Kevin Owens because like they've kind of like booked him like crap for the past few weeks, and then they're trying to make him seem like a new Stone Cold Steve Austin. Can you imagine back in the Attitude Era if Stone Cold Steve Austin referred to lawyers to take down Vince McMahon? That shit wouldn't happen.
You know what would happen? He'd just go to the ring anyway and fucking stun him anyway.
Yeah, so like why couldn't that happen? Like, so I feel like they're trying to make Kevin Owens the new Stone Cold and they're failing.
I think they're trying to do it in a different way. From what I'm gaining from this, but yeah, I mean, I like it because I like Kevin Owens, and I like to see an authority figure get the shit beaten out of him.
I like Kevin Owens too. I just think they could have got. Honestly, this stipulation should have been the SummerSlam stipulation, not the,
Yeah, I mean, if Kevin Owens wins,
yeah,
or they could be doing like Eric Bischoff Stone Cold thing, where it's like they're co-authority figures. Where Kevin Owens is the babyface and Shane's the heel.
I just want Shane off TV.
Just throwing it out there. That could happen.
I don't care. I don't care what, as long as Shane's off of television. But I don't know. I worry though because would Fox want Shane McMahon on TV? So
he's a McMahon.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that.
And then also, even if Kevin Owens wins, I could just see them being like, "Oh, forgot." They forget
like at SummerSlam, they made it seem like Shane's career was going to be on the line,
and then it didn't happen. Well, remember, the Authority got kicked off TV like in 2014, and they came back like a month late. Like what? Not even.
Oh, because someone was beating up someone.
Yeah.
Or Seth Rollins is going to curb stomp Edge.
Yeah.
And they.
And you could say curb stomp because that's what it was then. So.
And Cena came out and they said, if you don't want us to curb stomp Edge, reinstate us. Whatever it was, and then he did, and they were gone for like a month.
Yeah. So.
And then they did that stupid thing on Raw, after the New Year.
Yep.
Where they fired Rowan and
This is a lot
and
like that storyline if you think about it.
started
Kevin
partying.
Think about Kevin Owens beat Shane McMahon so he wouldn't get fired. Then he just got
Yeah.
fired. He just got fired
He
anyway.
got fired anyway.
So it's like this storyline's stupid. It becomes so stupid. Shane McMahon's stupid.
I mean, it's not like they're trying to make him like kind of like a Vince McMahon clone in a way,
But it's not working.
but like nothing can beat
Yeah.
late 1990s Vince McMahon.
Well, the thing was
nothing
too,
can
like
beat that ever for an authority big.
Vince McMahon. A lot of people could give him shit. Even though like he was like the authority, he put like think about it. Like imagine he didn't
put over Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Every single goddamn
Shane didn't
time.
do that for the Miz. He didn't do that for Roman Reigns.
Nope.
Um.
And the thing with Vince is too, it's like he literally got the shit beaten out of him
Yeah.
every single fucking week. Whether it was a stunner, whether it was Steve Austin driving something to the ring, like
Yeah.
the Zamboni in Detroit, and he goes off, jumps off, and it clotheslines and gets arrested. The beer bash, he just bringing McMahon out on live television and fucking pretending to shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
The bang 316, he pisses himself. Like the little things like that. Vince always put over Stone Cold no matter what, except for the Rumble or certain things. But like for the majority of the time, he put him over.
Yeah.
In the hospital bed, he put Stone Cold over again. Like that, he put Stone Cold over a lot
And we're not
because he knew that Steve Austin beating me up equals ratings because that's what people wanted to see.
And we're not getting that with Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon
Yeah.
now. We got that like for like the first month, and then
Yeah, and then it's just like he kept doing like the Steve Austin thing, like coming
Yeah.
in from the crowd and stunning Shane.
we're not getting that now.
Yeah.
Like
He should just do it. He's fired technically.
Yeah.
If you be Stone Cold, go show up to the freaking show like you did.
Yeah.
You don't like
no lawyers.
you don't like what's going on in the ring. You go in there, save the babyface.
Yeah.
Babyface gets beaten down. You freaking jump the barricade,
Yeah.
stun the two heels, and leave. Like it's
Yeah.
simple.
It's like it's not that hard to do Stone.
Yeah.
If you really want to redo Stone Cold, it's not that hard.
Exactly. It's
the-
pretty easy actually.
But they're trying to say like think about it. Imagine if like Stone Cold Steve Austin used lawyer, he wouldn't get over. Like
No, because that would be. It was a different time and a different era.
yeah.
I mean, they're trying to recapture that again. Kevin Owens is the perfect person, honestly, to do it
They started
because
out
he has the same attitude.
Yeah.
Like,
He started out real well, and then that fine got brought up. And that fine was even stupid because it's like
yeah,
Kevin Owens got like so pissed he was gonna lose all of this money for like his college grad and stuff. But it's like he makes twice as that much that anyways.
he has a very wealthy deal with
Yeah.
WWE.
So it's like
I mean, his wife goes to freaking Disney World every day,
yeah,
pretty much. So I mean,
even if
that's
so she's probably
expensive shit.
yeah she's probably like using that she'd be using
Yeah.
that money anyways.
it's like fucking $70. It's like that's probably like almost $200 a day
yeah
between her and her two kids.
yeah. So yeah, this Kevin Owens thing is. Plus, I wanted to see him. Imagine how awesome it would have been if at the end of NXT this week he was there. Like
Oh yeah.
NXT would have like
That's one of the rumors was is that he
Yeah.
wasn't at SmackDown, he wasn't going to be at SmackDown, and that he was going to be at NXT,
and then he didn't.
and that didn't happen.
Yeah, it should have happened.
It should have. I don't even know what the hell Charlotte Flair backstage was. Was it a promo? Did she cut something?
I wrote this down because it's notable because Ric Flair showed up.
Oh,
Because that's
yep.
notable because of everything going on with
Yep.
Ric Flair.
I forgot about that. They must have patched things up again for the 456th time.
Yeah. So
Because-
that's why, like, there's no back. I just wanted to note that because
Yeah.
Ric Flair was backstage.
And they had a WWE sponsored Q&A
Yeah.
with that Cricket Wireless.
Yeah. So.
Which it was in Atlanta. It was like a couple days before, and they showed the thing, and they showed Rick too.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, they must have patched things up.
Yeah.
But he didn't show up at a Clash of Champions though. But that,
I'm just saying.
but
that's why I
that
wrote-
was like, those 2 days after.
Yeah.
That just kind of like, I was like, okay, here's Ric Flair.
Yep.
He's not fucking, he doesn't hate the company anymore and suing them. I guess they were trying to work something out, I guess, is the reason why he'd be there.
I don't know.
And then Charlotte versus Sasha with Bayley ringside. I forget what happens.
Well, they had that. Who was that? That rap.
Oh, Offset.
Yeah.
Offset introduced Charlotte. He was wearing a Ric Flair robe.
Yeah.
They embraced on the outside. Charlotte, blah blah blah. Yeah, Charlotte.
Notice he
has the
didn't care
match.
about Sasha Banks.
Nope. He just left right after.
And yeah, they have a match, and it's that finish. I just see they do it so often. I hate it. Whether Charlotte Flair's about to win with the figure eight, but then Bayley comes in for the disqualification. I'm gonna continue to rant about this finish. If they did this once in a
back-to-back days with fucking
if they did this once in a while, I wouldn't complain about it because 205 does it once in a while. NXT UK, but NXT UK.
I don't watch that brand anymore, so
yeah, but they do this once in a while. But here's the thing. I say this: if you don't want people to look bad, don't book them in matches together.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're gonna do the NXT model where both people come out looking good.
Yeah. Not the WWE trope where it's disqualification every fucking time.
I'm just sick of it. It does no favor. It actually does no. It makes the wrestlers come off looking worse. So I'm sick of it. If I could have one thing from WWE before the end of the year, would be for them to get rid of this format. But then the Boston Hug Connection beat down Charlotte Flair and Carmella.
Weird.
Yeah.
That was so strange that Carmella came out, made the save, and basically wouldn't fight Bayley.
Yep.
Basically doing the right thing, I guess.
It really didn't make any sense because
it just didn't make any sense.
She's best friends with Bayley, but then
legitimately in real life, they're best friends.
Charlotte Flair because they don't hate Charlotte Flair, but they have a history because she cashed in Money in the Bank on Charlotte Flair.
Which this just needs to be explained this week, coming up. It's Saturday right now for us. It needs to be explained on Tuesday.
Yeah.
About why she did that.
They tried doing a WWE.com exclusive interview, and she said that she just couldn't take it anymore. That's not enough.
I guess just random babyface making the random save, which it would have made sense if it was Becky, but because Charlotte just made the save for the night before.
Nope.
But it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, so I didn't like this either.
It was weird. It was a weird way to kind of bring back Carmella to a wrestling role almost.
Yeah.
The coronation of King Boring Corbin. I thought this was fairly good. Again, this typical thing where the thrones in the ring and everything, scepter, the thing that they put on,
the
crown, and the cape or whatever.
Yep.
And Chad Gable comes out, and of course, for the 856th time in a row, they make a short joke. Wow, funny. Still not funny. And basically, Gable gets the better of Corbin, and he beats the shit out of him, breaks the chair, actually.
Yep.
And
he breaks everything.
He just destroys the entire the cape, the scepter, the crown, and he throws the crown back at Corbin.
I hope that doesn't mean he's not going to come out now with this stuff, because that kind of would ruin the whole purpose of the.
I think they're just maybe he comes out with a broken fucking crown on his head. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, I thought this was relatively good. I mean,
Chad Gable came off looking very good.
Yeah,
this
push for Chad Gable blows my mind.
Yeah.
He comes out and gets the upset win at the upset win at the upset win. To literal, he comes out for his entrance, no reaction.
Yeah.
And he wins those matches, and he gets a huge pop. And he came out again to interrupt Corbin, and he got no reaction until he starts beating up Corbin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Would he not care about his entrance or something?
Yes, not.
And they only care about him when he wins or he beats up someone?
I care about him. Don't worry.
I was like, when he came out, I'm like, get on your feet, people.
Yeah.
Clap. Do something.
Remember, people don't like to clap when they're told to clap. You don't need to tell them the opposite.
Don't clap. And they won't.
Yeah.
But he beats up Corbin and he gets a huge reaction.
Yeah.
But it's great because Corbin gets beat up, and that's what the heels are supposed to do. They're supposed to get beat up and made look like a fool. It's great.
Poor kid. Gets the kid.
Should have been King Gable. Is what it should have been. Heavy Machinery vs. B Team. Don't care. Heavy Machinery won.
Makes them look good.
Yeah. I mean, basically, Otis comes out now in tights,
Yep.
and it's kind of freaky
Yeah.
because he's really fat,
Yeah.
like really, really fat.
Scary.
It's kind of scary.
Scarier
His
than
gut hangs over.
Scarier than the Fiend. I think he'd scare the Fiend, I think.
With that gut.
I think the Fiend would like try to come out there and he would like, yeah.
No. I can't. My eyes. It's too scary.
Yeah. Imagine he was the Fiend.
He just has on the Fiend mask.
Yeah.
Like this, and the regular, and just what he wore on SmackDown, the
Yeah.
trunks and the boots. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Well, this next segment was fucking amazing.
I liked it.
The new Daniel Bryan, not the nude. He could be eventually, probably, because he's vegan.
Yeah.
He comes out and he basically says like it's basically an apology promo almost.
Yep.
To the crowd. Basically saying that, you know, you can boo me, you can cheer me, I don't care what you do. I looked at Rowan as an intellectual,
Yeah.
as my friend, and as my equal. And we were tag team champions together. And he turned on me. Kinda, and Rowan basically came out and he said, you know, Bryan put his arms up in the air and said, fight me, basically, and Luke Harper comes up from behind and fucking destroys him. And surprisingly enough, Roman Reigns comes out to try to make the save, and as he's doing that, Rowan hits the Iron Claw chokeslam, so Bryan's basically incapacitated.
I did like, 'cause typically, like, when this happens, like, when the babyface comes out to make the save, the wrestlers would just stop what they're doing. I like how
they just get to beat the shit out of Bryan.
Yeah.
Roman couldn't get that quick enough.
Yeah.
He basically, as soon as this music hit, like, Rowan had him up in the Iron Claw chokeslam, and he was down before Roman even got halfway down the
ramp. I always wonder, like, why do they just, like, stop attacking the guy? Like,
I was like, okay, so that's different. Like,
yeah.
Rowan's got him fucking in the air as Roman's music hits, and he's already on the map by the time Roman is halfway down the ring. How pissed
Roman is like, you didn't play my music quick enough. Like, could you imagine, like, backstage, like, it's like, you should have played my music a little quicker.
I could have made the save.
Yeah.
So he tries to come and makes a save, and basically they just start beating the piss out of him.
Yep.
And Bryan's still selling the damage in the ring. And they put Roman through the table.
No, Bryan. I think they like throw it.
Yep, that's true. Yep. It was like almost like a razor's edge almost.
Yeah.
Through the table, like the double slam thing. That looked fucking brutal.
Yeah.
The way they did it was oh my god.
You won't be there for the review, probably. I don't know. On 205, we set the table and like only looking like went over it, but because the table wasn't so put together, just crashed. It was pretty funny. But I like this a lot. Now this really makes me. I mean, obviously in a box, I like the segment itself. I can say what I want about the story. I really hope they kind of don't go with the Finn, where like, you know, Bryan's in cahoots with them all along. Because
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because
it could have made sense after the week before when he put him at the table, and it's kind of like a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And now he's like, and then he's like on equal footing with Rowan.
Yeah.
But now it just wouldn't make any remotely any sense.
Yeah.
If they went that way.
But it's looking like tag match, Hell in a Cell. Not in Hell in a Cell, just at Hell in a Cell.
That match is probably not worthy of Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
If anything, it's probably a no DQ match.
Yeah.
If anything.
No, and then they don't do anything.
A no DQ with no DQ.
Yep.
No DQ with DQ.
Yep.
So the second you use the weapon, you get DQ'd, even though it's
actually,
no DQ.
You know, how about this? No DQ, but if you use weapons, you lose. You can't use weapons.
The only thing you can do is, in that match, is you can put someone through a table, and that's it.
Yep.
Because that's technically really not a weapon, I guess, like, in some ways, because they get put through the announce table fucking all the time, and it's never disqualified.
I remember one time when Sheamus and Neville had a match, Sheamus, like, slammed Neville, like, ribs first on the table, and that was, like, a disqualification, like...
Was that Saturday Morning Slam?
I don't know. No, because Neville wasn't on the main roster doing those days. I have to pick
those
that as
dark days.
I'm picking that as a
Don't you can dare Don't you dare.
You don't have to be on for that one.
Don't you dare.
I,
Don't make me suffer like I made you suffer through Battleground.
I gotta make you suffer. I gotta make you suffer one of these times. You made me suffer.
And we'll do a Saturday morning slam.
But yeah, so letter grade for SmackDown, and then percentage within that letter grade.
I give it the same thing. I think
Okay.
it's a B+ show. It's an 89. Nothing more than that. I was gonna say A-, but it's not really an A- show.
I thought it was good. What pissed me off was Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. Kevin Owens is like thin, and then there's something else that pissed me off. I forget what it was. Oh, the Owens interview. I act like I'm pissed off, like I was screaming at the TV, like.
But you like the whole ending
Yes, I do.
sequence.
But I can still hate the interview itself.
Yeah.
There's something else I didn't like.
But at least like you liked half of it.
Yes, there's something else I didn't like on SmackDown.
Was it nothing? Was it a nothing?
It's a good. I mean, it was easy to watch. I'd say B minus.
Yeah.
82 out of 100. So there you go.
Respectable.
Yeah, respectable. You know what? I'm gonna lose your respect. 15 F out of 100. Not just kidding. B minus 82 out of 100.
Don't you fucking dare say that. This has been the first time in quite a while where both the main roster shows, Raw and SmackDown, were really good.
Yes.
Like, it usually is never like that. It's usually
One's better
either
than the other.
Raw's really fucking bad,
Yeah.
and SmackDown's really fucking good, or Raw's really fucking good, SmackDown's really fucking bad. But
Well,
they've
both.
been like kind of evening out, or both are really bad.
Yeah.
But over the past month or so, Raw's gotten really good,
Yeah.
especially with the introduction of the Fiend character.
Yeah.
Basically, since like the build to SummerSlam and then through,
Yeah.
it's been really good. Because Raw's usually very bad, but
This
they're starting to bring their viewership
Yeah.
back up.
This is the first SmackDown I've liked in a while.
Yeah,
though.
SmackDown's been kind of
Yeah.
plateauing a little bit.
I think once it goes to Fox, it'll be. So I'll say this: like SmackDown, jumped the shark once the Wild Card rule got introduced because it ruined SmackDown.
It did, yeah.
And then they're going to Fox will improve the quality.
Yeah.
Especially too with that first. So we didn't talk. I think that first episode to have Brock Lesnar wrestle was really cool, just because
Yeah.
it's gonna get the ratings.
Yeah,
Um,
they need to bring the draw. They need
Yeah.
a draw for the show.
And I think he's winning. He's winning the championship.
Yeah.
As
So,
he should.
like, so since you saw Clash of Champions, obviously, that made sense.
It did, but I still.
It made sense, but it just didn't at the same
Yeah.
time. I mean, I get like wanting to have Brock go against Kofi and
Yeah.
Brock beating Kofi to end his rather
No,
lengthy
I'm
title
okay.
reign.
I'm okay with Brock holding the title, because maybe he'll be on like because I think Fox would want to have him on most
Yeah,
weeks.
Fox would be willing to do a deal with him.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Or get him to do more dates.
Yeah.
Especially if he's the channel. Well, USA Network, it didn't really fucking matter anyways.
Which is really weird though.
Because
Like,
WWE is a stronghold on that channel.
why it's reversed though? Like why Heyman's writing for, like Raw? Because now he's got to go to both shows now.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of odd. Like you would think he would be on the show Heyman's waiting for.
Yeah,
So,
but also to the same time, SmackDown's also been very good for like a long time.
yeah.
Whereas like Raw's been very, very bad
Yes.
for a very long time.
Very.
So it makes sense for Heyman to be on Raw. And you can see where his influences are.
Yep.
I am like 100% convinced that this Fiend character was Bray Wyatt. Was Paul Heyman's idea to
Yes.
get the show a little bit more edgy.
Yeah. His idea, if it's not his idea, he's definitely like, because think about it, I feel like if this Fiend character had debuted like in December, it would have been like squandered within like a week.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the fact they built it up for so long now.
yeah.
And he's had a match, and then he's had one match,
Yeah.
and then it's been like build up, and now he's having a match next month.
He's not overexposed.
I think Bray has wrestled as the Fiend like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because
this
he's
year.
done he did.
Like 2 house shows.
He wrestled at the B team after SmackDown one week.
And at New York too.
And then
When they
he-
were at New York, and
He's wrestled Seth Rollins at a house show.
yeah, recently. So
Uh,
like like twice.
Yeah. I still want him to wrestle one time as the other character.
Oh my God, yeah.
once.
Or show up to television like that.
Yeah.
Like do a live Firefly Funhouse.
I mean, the only thing I'd worry about though is doing it live won't really have the same feel because like you can't edit in like because the puppets, you can't edit in the kids' sound effects really. It will kind of
Yeah, that
live.
would,
It will come off kind of. Plus the crowd, what you could you don't know how the crowd will react.
I mean, you could just do it like
yeah.
you could just have Bray be live there and then the puppets, at the set.
I'd like though before like Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins to go to the Firefly like Funhouse.
Oh,
and confront the other Bray Wyatt.
Like see the whole set.
Yeah.
Like, have it be like instead of what you just saw in the beginning part, have it be like you go through a door and it's just like a boiler room or something.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, like, and then kind of like how like Mankind, that was like his home was like the boiler room.
Yes.
And it's just like dark and very dingy, very little lighting.
Yep.
That would draw even more intrigue in.
I wish Matt was still like broken because imagine a deletion match between them now. Like,
oh, I know, yeah, or together as a tag team.
Yeah.
Like, too bad.
All right, so we're gonna do one more thing. Since the draft's coming up, I'm just gonna read everyone's name on the roster. You can say where they're going, Raw, SmackDown, or yeah. It's quick. We'll just say the whole McMahon family. We just say they stay free agents.
Yeah, I think so. Or they
Yeah.
stay on their relative brands that they're on.
Seth Rollins,
SmackDown,
AJ Styles,
Raw.
Robert Roode,
I think they stay on Raw. Obviously, because they're fucking Raw Tag Team Champions.
The Revival,
SmackDown.
Akam.
Are we gonna lump them together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I think Raw needs them.
Bobby Lashley. When he comes back, because he's not gonna be back for a while.
Raw.
Braun Strowman.
SmackDown.
Bray Wyatt probably was since he's winning the Universal Championship.
I think free agent.
Free agent.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think it'd be better for both, having to be on Fox and on USA.
Cedric Alexander.
Raw, because I think they're gonna. That ties into Gallows and Anderson too. I think Gallows and Anderson will stay on Raw too.
Cesaro.
I'm gonna say SmackDown because it's
Yeah.
more of the wrestling show.
Kurt Hawkins.
Ah, fuck. I don't know. Raw.
I mean, who cares?
No.
Drew McIntyre.
I think he'll be with Shane on SmackDown.
Okay. EC3.
Raw. I don't know.
Yeah. Eric Young.
Raw, I guess.
Eric, the other Eric.
Yeah. Ray Real, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I think I
can't tell which one's which now. So.
I think both the Viking Raiders are gonna stay on Raw.
Grand Metalik.
SmackDown, I guess.
Heath Slater.
SmackDown.
The Usos.
SmackDown.
Kalisto.
SmackDown.
Connor.
Dead. Raw, I guess. I don't know.
So just say Leo Rush. I think he stays
NXT.
Yeah.
That was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to point that out. What he wanted to do on the main roster is what he's doing in NXT right now. He wanted to be a babyface, and he wanted to be like preacher or like a whatever he wanted to be. I think that's what he's doing in NXT, which is awesome because he's fucking
on Raw.
great.
He says he's on Raw, but there's no way he's on Raw.
There's no way he's on Raw.
The Miz.
I think he's gonna stay.
Yeah, Mojo Rawley.
Retirement? I don't know.
You have to say one.
Raw.
No way, Jose.
SmackDown.
Rey Mysterio.
SmackDown.
Ricochet.
Raw.
Sami Zayn.
With Nakamura somewhere, wherever Nakamura goes. SmackDown, I guess.
Okay. Samoa Joe.
Raw.
Titus O'Neil.
SmackDown.
Okay. You always said Zack Ryder. Right?
I literally I'll laugh hysterically if I get all of these right.
Yeah, right. Alexa Bliss.
I think she'll stay on Raw.
She'll be able to go on both shows if she's still women's tag team.
Yeah, that's true.
Nikki Cross.
Raw. I think once they lose the titles, they'll go to Raw.
Yeah.
Or one brand, but I think like for the meantime, and I don't think they're gonna split up after they lose the titles either.
Alicia Fox. She's still on that.
Inactive.
Okay. Becky Lynch.
See, this is tough. I'm gonna say Raw because Raw needs her.
Dana Brooke.
SmackDown? I don't know. Like,
Lacey Evans.
hopefully not on my television.
Yeah, put her somewhere.
The inactive list? SmackDown, I guess.
Maria Kanellis.
Pregnancy.
What if you had to pick somewhere?
Wherever Mike Kanellis goes.
Okay.
I'm going to put them on SmackDown.
Naomi.
I'm going to put them on Raw. They're going to be on Raw.
Okay,
'cause that's gonna
Naomi.
be a big
Naomi.
storyline.
I
SmackDown.
forgot she existed.
Yeah, I mean, they're both being held. I mean, I'm probably going to keep couples together, too. Also.
Natalia.
Natalia Raw.
But it doesn't matter. Her husband's backstage all the time anyway.
Yeah,
so.
he's a Raw guy, though. He's on
Nia Jax when she comes back.
Raw, I guess.
Ruby Wyatt when she comes back.
SmackDown.
Sarah Logan.
Raw.
Sasha Banks.
Raw.
Tamina Snuka.
SmackDown.
Paul Heyman.
Obviously Raw.
Okay, I forgot because I. Well, or SmackDown. Probably both. Like Raw, he'll be backstage, but SmackDown with.
Yeah, with Paul. Yeah, it's still both.
Okay. Apparently Dolph Ziggler's on SmackDown. I didn't know that, but okay. R-Truth. Where's R-Truth going?
Raw.
But it doesn't matter. He's probably the 24th.
So, he'll probably be an 85-time champion by then.
Aiden English. He's on SmackDown. Where do you think he's going?
205 Live commentary.
Well, you got to put him somewhere while on SmackDown. So.
Fucking SmackDown, I guess.
Aleister Black.
SmackDown.
Ali.
SmackDown.
Andrade.
SmackDown.
Apollo Crews.
Raw. I can't say SmackDown for all
yeah.
of them.
Big. So to the New Day.
Raw. I think
Okay.
they're gonna move them away from the revival.
Especially since Big Show.
The big SmackDown.
Okay. Bo Dallas.
Raw.
Buddy Murphy.
SmackDown.
Chad Gable.
SmackDown.
Curtis Axel.
Did I say wherever Bo Dallas is?
Oh, I don't think
Whatever I said Bo Dallas is
Okay.
Raw, I think.
the new
Whatever, the B team's together in Raw.
the new Daniel Bryan.
SmackDown.
Elias.
SmackDown. Again, sticking with Shane.
Yeah, Epico Cologne.
The Cologne's Raw, I guess. I haven't seen him on TV in like fucking 3 years.
Eric Rowan.
SmackDown.
Finn Balor.
Raw, because I think he's gonna join up with the Bullet Club.
You in the OC?
The OC. What the fuck they're called? The Club.
Bullet
Bullet
Clubs.
Club.
How can he join the Bullet Club the way New Japan?
Who knows? I think he's gonna join the OC when he comes
Imagine
back.
he joins the Bullet Club even though he's in another company.
He's gonna have his own club.
Jeff
The Bull Lit Club.
Jeff Hardy.
SmackDown.
Jinder Mahal.
Raw.
Kane. Gotta say somewhere.
Where is he? Raw. I
since-
guess because he was on Raw the other night.
Kevin Owens.
SmackDown.
Lars Sullivan.
Released. SmackDown, I guess. 'cause he's already there.
Luke Harper.
SmackDown.
Matt Hardy.
SmackDown.
Otis.
SmackDown.
Heavy
Machinery. SmackDown.
Roman Reigns.
SmackDown.
Rusev.
Raw.
Sheamus, if he's ever comes back.
Raw.
Shelton Benjamin.
SmackDown.
Sin Cara.
SmackDown.
Asuka.
Like I said, SmackDown, but he's like one of those people.
Asuka.
I'm gonna say the Kabuki Warriors together on Raw.
Okay. Bailey.
SmackDown.
Billy Kay.
The Iconics.
Yep.
Raw.
Carmella.
SmackDown.
Charlotte Flair.
SmackDown. Couple.
Ember Moon.
Raw.
Liv Morgan, because Lana, you're probably going to say Raw. So Liv Morgan.
SmackDown. Raw. Whatever I said Andrade too. SmackDown.
Yep.
With Charlotte.
Liv Morgan.
SmackDown.
Mandy Rose.
I'll say Fire and Desire on Raw.
Okay. Mickey James.
Raw? Guessing? I don't know. 'Cause she's out.
Sonya Deville. Oh wait.
They're Raw.
Maurice.
Wherever Miz is.
Okay.
SmackDown. Did I say?
So NXT, I don't think anyone's going to,
All of them Raw.
And then no one.
Everyone else Raw.
What about someone from like 205 Live? Do you think
Name them now.
Akira Tozawa?
NXT.
Alia Daivari,
SmackDown.
Lee Brian Kendrick,
SmackDown.
Drew Gulak,
NXT.
Gentleman Jack Gallagher,
NXT.
Roberto Carrillo,
NXT, definitely. I see that happening.
Oni Lorcan,
NXT, basically, he's
Yeah.
already there.
the Sin Brothers,
NXT.
Tony Nese,
NXT.
Drake Maverick.
Raw. Wherever, 24.
So he'll probably just be on
27
both
forth,
shows.
yeah.
Okay, those are everyone because like NXT UK, you care less. So
Yeah, I don't care.
Yep. All right, we're
Oh, I
done.
see a lot of the 205 Live guys going to
Yeah,
NXT.
because you know they
Makes
keep
sense.
the corporation. So.
Yeah, and they're on television anyway. Basically, they're basically like integrating them in anyway.
Yeah.
Because once 205 fizzles out, they're gonna basically just put them on NXT anyway.
Everyone
so
think like 205 Live just said get canceled like tomorrow, but it's gonna be a
I
slow.
think it's by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
As it
it's
just
starting
got
to get
canceled, like I got a notification.
there. I
on my
mean,
phone.
honestly, it would make sense, and then just integrate it with
Yeah.
NXT. NXT's live now.
Yeah, well, what if Triple H just like went, okay, we're gonna introduce you with the NXT, and then when they all show up, you just flip them off. It's like, nah, you're not going. You're get out.
They're on
Fuck
their
it.
own bus, and it's like, no, like fuck you.
Yeah, he sent them on the whole bus, and it's like, you guys are
Go home.
Yeah.
You're fired.
And then all of them just like walk away sad, like in tears.
Streaming.
Imagine
like,
see who would you want to see like in tears streaming that's on 205 Live.
Drew Gulak.
Oh my! No! They said we're putting Enzo Amore back. He's the only champion from now on. You guys are
I
all.
would never watch NXT ever
You
again.
guys
if
are
that
all
happened.
You guys are all fired. See ya. No, Triple H makes himself the cruiserweight
Oh,
champion.
good God. I don't even think he's even 205 pounds.
It's Triple H. He doesn't care.
Jesus Christ.
He makes you the cruiserweight
I
champion.
would love it.
He makes
You
me
got to
the,
travel.
he makes me the cruiserweight champion.
You get to travel with WWE.
No, he says you could just be champion. He didn't say you could travel. You just have.
Well, you're just the physical champion.
Yeah.
Well, look, according to Triple H in 2003, he literally thought the human being was the championship. You get to be the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
I know this because I'm watching a lot of it, and it's actually kind of funny.
So let's.
Eric Bischoff likes big breasted
We're
women.
just rambling right now.
The rambling hour.
Yeah. Remember we tried that and we all got
Well,
suspended.
we got suspended,
Yeah.
so.
No more of that.
Well,
You want to let's end this off. You have anything you want to plug or promote?
this is on Wrestling Fortune 44, so everything's in my description, in the description box below.
I'm
Give it
taking it out.
Give it a follow down
Taking it
below.
out. Taking it out.
Give it a follow down below, and I'll accept it. Unless if you're a porn spammer, then no. But a porn bot, which is a lot of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, just give me a like and give me a follow. Like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Please watch these fucking videos. Please, it's great content all
Yeah.
around. Got some hilarious people on here. Go watch again. I'll plug it again. Go watch the 2000 video.
Both parts.
Both parts 1 and 2. You'll see these beautiful mugs at the beginning of both videos.
Yep.
Right
Sitting
in
right.
almost at the same exact spot.
Yep.
But yeah, it's great. I haven't watched part 2 yet, but I'll probably watch it tomorrow morning.
You better.
Or later tonight after everyone leaves. But and yeah, it's a great video. Watch it.
Yes.
I was gonna like the second video, but I forgot. I'm gonna do it now, actually.
Oh, we're not
Before I
ending
even watch it.
Yeah, we're not ending it until you do that. So.
Before I even watched it.
Yeah, I'll plug my stuff. All the Talkinator for all my non-wrestling stuff, and then CM Brothers for all my, just everything. We're not ending this off until he hits like. All right, this video is over.
Also, Retro Review Series. Retro Wrestling Review Series coming up very soon.
Probably today.
Probably today.
Yeah, watch it because we're here.
Yeah, and next week too, probably, right?
This Friday. Noah will do his pick.
Noah's gonna do his pick, and they just did one recently, as of Friday, which was yesterday for us. God bless you.
I didn't get it on the camera like I wanted.
Clash of Champions.
Clash of the Champions.
Clash of the Champions, which
35.
the 35th installment, which was the last one.
Yeah.
Go watch it,
Yes.
please.
Please.
And it was a main event review uploaded that I just saw. So please don't watch that.
No, watch that.
Don't. Please, just save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself.